We are in the cool basement of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is awesome, man. You know, give it up for the cool air down here. You gotta learn how to appreciate stuff when you come out. You gotta learn how to appreciate stuff when you come out here, man. You know, so it's cool in here. It's hot outside, but we gonna keep the stage burning, man. So on deck we have, I can't really read my own hand. On deck we have Juan Carlos. The Mad Dad. Without further ado, you guys ready to meet your next comic, man? Make some noise.
Yeah!
You gotta do better than that. I said, if you guys are ready to meet your next comic, make some noise. Get it up. Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Josh Eklow. Show your love.
Thanks, Andre. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Anyway, I've been in Iowa for quite a while. I've been here like 8 years, and I think sometimes I still freak out the native Iowans because I grew up about 5 minutes from a theme park, and when you go to a theme park every day, you interact with strangers in a very friendly and gracious way. Because, you know, if you go to anywhere else, you know, your parents are like, be afraid of strangers, or at least act normal around them. But if you grow up at Six Flags, everyone that works there is like, have a Six Flags day! And then you grow up going, thank you, you too! And you start talking to everybody like that. And when I got here, I made some friends with some people from New York, and they were freaked out all the time because they would say that, you know, you'll be walking down the street and someone will just smile at you. Just for no reason. Or they'll say hello, and I don't even know that person. And they just will make this face at them. But then I walk around Iowa City, and people are like, and I go, hi! And they go, they don't even know what to do with it. I went to a Joann Fabrics yesterday looking for googly eyes, and I freaked the ladies out. So I walk in, and you know, I'm amongst strangers, and I'm alone, so I'm being extra goofy. So I walk in, and I'm looking around, and I find the googly eyes like instantly. So I'm like, great! So I see that they have two kinds of googly eyes. They have 7mm sticky back googly eyes, and they have 10mm sticky back googly eyes, but they're all gone. And I'm like, I was excited for the 7mm, but 10mm, I don't really know the metric system. That seems much bigger. So I wanted that. Like, however much bigger that is, I want that. That sounds great, but it's all gone. And I've worked in retail, so I know how it works. Like, if you go up to somebody and something's all gone, you go, I know that they're not on the shelf, but do you have any in the back? I mean, I know what people do, because I used to do this. I go, oh, I'll check in the back. And then you go in the back and you make sounds like you're using a forklift to move shit, like, watch out! You know, falling box! And then you don't have any, I'm really sorry. So I walk, I'm thinking, I'm gonna push my luck, because that 10mm sounds great. So I walk over and I say, I see that you have these 7mm googly eyes, but the 10 are gone. Do you have any in the back? She goes, we just got a truck in. I'll go check. So she walks away, so I'm thinking, oh, well, she's gonna do the, you know, and I'll just wait here. So she comes back out like several minutes later, holding like a handful of googly eyes, and she goes, are these the googly eyes that you wanted? I said, yes, that's great, thank you! And she goes, and she gives me the googly eyes, so I'm, you know, like, this is great! And I'm walking to the checkout, and I notice that she's given me 10mm paste-on googly eyes. That won't work for my purposes. I can't, you know, because I want to put these on people's faces. That's my idea here. And you can't, you know, like, glue it onto their face. It needs to just stick with the adhesive. So I go, oh no, you know, and she actually went back there, so I don't know what to do. And there's not that many people that work there, and she sort of is already, she's in that mindset of the googly eye, so I want to talk to her, if anybody. So I go over and I go, I know this is really annoying, but the 7mm googly eyes were sticky back, and these ones are paste on teeth. But the thing said 10mm sticky back. Were they back there too? Like there was a whole truck of googly eyes that came in, and she goes, did you get them right here? And I go, yeah. And she goes, that's our secondary googly eye location. The rest are over here. So I follow her to an aisle that's all googly eyes. There's like 5mm, there's 15mm sticky back, there's colored ones, there's paste-on sticky ones, like magnetic ones, and I'm like, yay! And she's like, okay. So she walks away, and I'm looking at all these googly eyes going like, and out loud going, oh, I can't believe all these googly eyes, I have so many choices. Oh, look, 15, these are huge. And she, from the next aisle, she goes, yeah, there's a lot of choices. So I grab 3 bags of the 15, which gives me like 200 giant googly eyes, which is exactly what I needed. And I go up to the checkout, and the lady goes, did you find everything you were looking for today? And I said, yes, I found exactly what I needed. She goes, okay, great. So she checks me out, and she goes, do you want to sign up for the email list for Joanne Fabrics? And I go, yeah, I'd love to. Like, I must have blown her mind. I'm the only person who would do that all day. So I start filling out the thing, and my pen, like, smudges. And I go, oh, my pen smudged. And she's like, yeah. And then she goes, I put a thing in your bag. It's like a slip for the new Joanne Fabrics iPad app. And I go, what does it do? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, I don't even have an iPad. She goes, well, then, don't worry about it. So I take my googly eyes and leave. And it just, in a place with so many googly eyes, I don't know how they can be so just ungoogly. But this happens to me everywhere I go. I went to a strip club a few weeks ago for the first time. I don't do well in places like that. My girlfriend was out of town, and it was like a bachelor party, so I thought, you know, I can be a cool dude. So I went to the strip club, and we walk in, and I go, this place is huge! And I walk right into a mirror. It's not as big as I thought. It's about half as big as I thought. So I look around, and my friends sit right front row. And I'm like, okay, front row. It's not like the movies. You want to be in the front row. So we're sitting there, and they're putting like folded up dollars. And a dollar really gets you a lot. Like, I used to think of a dollar as like a candy bar. Like, if something was $1, I'd be like, oh, it's just $1. That's like a candy bar. Well, it's a lot more than that. If you're at a strip club, you eat like a whole thing, you know, like, you put $1 and they go, oh, $1. And they come over and like take the dollar, and then they like lick your eyeball and like go like in your ear, which is pretty good for a candy bar. So I'm like, all right, this is pretty interesting. So I like it better than the movies too, for another reason, because you can get up whenever, because you're not going to miss the good part, because it's all the good part. You're not going to miss anything. So finally I put down $1 because this girl comes out that seems sort of my speed, you know, not that attractive really. And I put my $1 down, and her eyes like light up, and she comes over and she goes, you're adorable. And then she gives me the most platonic kiss on the cheek that I'd ever seen. So I got friend-zoned by a stripper. But it was okay, because I felt kind of weird going to the place in the first place. You know, my girlfriend was out of town, but by the end of the night I was out of money, I was slightly drunk and totally desexualized, so it was just like my girlfriend was in town. So I felt great. And I don't think I'll be going back there. Alright guys, thank you so much. My name is Josh Eklow.